Welcome. It's the day after I ended my fast. Ate quite a bit today, fruit, and I had some spinach, which I was like devouring the spinach. While I was fasting at a certain point towards the end, I was just like, I just really want some baby spinach. Sounded really good, and so usually my body or and mind or whatever typically calls for these greens doesn't typically want greens. I usually don't want greens, but when I do, I definitely go for them when it feels like they'd be good to have and beneficial. So I ate nearly like a whole pound, and it was just so good. But then after a while, I was like, okay, I can definitely tell, especially with baby spinach, when I've had enough, my mouth gets like a little, the sensation is kind of weird and like a tightness. And yeah, I was like, okay, now I feel a little gross. But yeah, I'm feeling really good in my body. I'm kind of just like waiting for my first poop to happen. I haven't pooped yet, and that's always just like a thing on my mind after fasting. I'm sure there's much better ways to end a fast that like promote a bowel movement quicker. I kind of ended my fast a little spontaneously and didn't do that. But I feel really nice and light and energized when you're in a fast, and also for me when I'm at like a Vipassana 10-day meditation retreat. It's like, yeah, the process is really not pleasant, and you're dealing with all your crap, and I felt so drained. Like I'd be up very late at night, not wanting to be. Like I'd feel like I just want to lay down for the most part all day, but then my mind won't go to sleep, and it's just like thinking of all these things to do, but I just don't have the energy to do any of it. And now I just feel like I could go on a super long hike and spend all day in the sun and have tons of energy and like a new inspiration after eating. And I believe that the longer you go on a fast, probably the more clean and purified and the more strength really you're gonna have, the less obstruction you're gonna have. I'm gonna do a video soon on obstruction. But yeah, it's just really funny to be in the like agony and the wishing that it was over when you're in it, like the meditation courses and the fasting. But then it's like one of the hardest challenges ever. And then you get to the end of it and you feel so alive and energized and happy like never before. So people like to criticize us when we're, in our process and it's a little messy and, we haven't worked everything out yet. But the transformation typically always comes at the end of these challenging times and is always worth it in my experience. But what I really wanted to talk about in this video is just how I see, lots of YouTubers, lots of different diet styles, and a lot of people from the vegan side probably commenting on meat eaters, and a lot of meat eaters that come here on my channel and are like, just eat a steak and you'll be healthy, eat some eggs and you'll feel better. And all these people, all these diet promoters and health promoters just tout themselves in a way that makes it seem like everything is great in their body and that they're just like so whole and they have so much energy. And I do believe a lot of the time, a lot of people do have that energy, especially YouTubers, because they have the intention and the focus to do practices that are going to help them to be viewed, and not just viewed, but to just emit energy and athletics and health and whatever else. But it's like, which diet's the best? And if you do this, if you change this, everyone is saying if you just change to this, then you'll feel better. And everyone from the other side is saying, no, if you change to this, you'll feel better. And nobody actually knows how we feel. Nobody knows how I feel inside. and I can tell you that I don't feel perfectly 100% in my body. I probably never have since possibly I was a child, and probably not even then. And that we're all really just working on ourselves, and that none of these people that you're watching on YouTube that, are YouTube famous, or that you think is in such great health, maybe they're in better than average health, but no one is in complete health, and no one is consistently the way that they are presenting themselves to be. Maybe they even are in that moment. Maybe they just like had a really good meal, or they just had a nice bowel movement and they just went on like a nice run. They've got focus. And so, yeah, that's when they capture themselves, when they're at their best. And I do that a lot of the time too. But that's not consistent at all. Everyone trying to promote health and diet has some physical misalignment, some emotional crap, that they're dealing with. And yeah, I think right now I kind of just wish everyone would respect everyone's journey, and let them find what's true for them. You've got vegans who at one point said that they feel perfect and so great as a vegan, and then they go back or they try like a carnivore diet, and they're like, oh, this is so much better. I was like dying as a vegan. And then carnivores that are going plant-based that are like, yes, I'm healing all these diseases. And in my opinion, the truth is that we're definitely making improvements. We're finding out for ourselves what is working, but no one's like found the secret. For me, the secret is just eliminating obstruction, is eliminating blockages, is eliminating everything that isn't health, because I believe that we are completely whole naturally. It is like our homeostasis state to be whole and healthy and clear and pure, and that the only thing that is blocking us from that are like obstructions that we're putting into our bodies and minds. And so for me, I see a lot of people talking about, well, you just need to get this nutrition, this nutrient, you're lacking this. But for me, it's like some of those things are blocks, like too many minerals can like solidify and calcify the body. And I don't know if I'm right, but it seems to be the path that resonates most with me. It seems to be the path that has helped and benefited me the most on my journey. And I just keep seeing constant improvement, so I don't feel a desire to stop. My diet is also highly revolved around spirituality, and I think that that's a big factor as to why a lot of people don't stick with it, because this is a super high vibrational way of life. This diet, fruitarianism, raw veganism, and even beyond, is extremely highly vibrational, and if you're not really into very high spiritual growth, then you might not be able to hang with that, and you'll probably want to feel more grounded and more like physically strong and basically like of the physical world. But my process is letting go of that and total purification of my mind and body. And obviously I'm not there, and I don't think that anyone that you're seeing on YouTube is there. We all have our issues, and it's really just all about what you want in life and what you personally resonate with. If you don't resonate with what I'm saying, then don't follow it. Go with the God source inside of yourself and what it's telling you. We all came here with different purposes and contributions to this world, and this may not be the one that you're supposed to follow, and that's like perfectly perfect. But as far as myself, I'm just I feel too in touch with my intuition, and like just this inner knowing that feels extremely strong, and what I'm to do. I have a lot of clarity in my mind, and I do a lot of meditation and other practices that just help me stay connected to God and my intuition and be led by that. There's not really, I feel like I can't really be led astray from the path that I'm on right now. I think I just have too much confidence in myself and my own experiences. But yeah, I think I just want to relay the message to just take everything you hear from health advisors with a grain of salt. If we're trying to convey knowledge and things like that, then obviously we want people who are going to be interested, and we want to promote ourselves and look a certain way and just be discerning, I guess, and know that we're all struggling no matter what diet we're on. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Talk with you soon.